Okay, so here's the beer panel. How's everybody doing tonight?
Right.
Doing well.
How's you guys?
Doing well.
Yeah.
I've still got 2 pairs of glasses on.
3 pair? Only 3?
Well, yeah, see these glasses, I can't see the screen with them on, but I can't see the screen without them with the reading glasses, because the screen's too far away. So if I wear these and my reading glasses, this works out the right distance for the computer screen.
Oh, there.
I've not even had a drink yet.
I've never seen that before, Graham.
Well, now you've seen it now, mate.
I have now.
I'm here all week.
There, I had to put my computer glasses on. Now I can see you.
It's probably damaging my eyes.
There you go. No, it's all the beer that's doing that.
Oh, well, I wish. I've not had any yet.
Beer does not damage your eyes. Just a little disclaimer there. Just need to say that.
Yeah, only to get a can thrown at you.
That's right.
Yeah, if you don't dodge.
I think we're traveling outside of Nova Scotia today with our choices.
Yeah, cool. I'm still inside Nova Scotia, but I'm a little ways away. I'm going to Cape Breton, so.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
I think we seem to be running out of breweries at the moment.
I'm
Never.
actually trying a cider that Heather brought us over from PEI. It's Father Walker's dry cider.
Ooh.
But you like the bottle better than the cider, don't you?
I don't know yet.
Well, you like the bottle.
I like the bottle.
You said you like the
It
bottle.
reminds me of Stubbies.
Stubbies. Yeah.
It does, yeah. I remember those.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's from Red Island Cider.
Is there a twist cap?
No, I don't believe it
Have
is.
you got a bottle opener?
I do.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm reading the label. It's out of Charlottetown. And it says in 1897, a benign church picnic fundraiser in the island parish of Groeshout took an unruly turn when, unbeknownst to Father Walker, his apple cider turned out to be hard cider. That's the little claim to fame.
Happy accidents.
There you go.
Let's see.
I'm trying to find their webpage here. There it is.
No. Have you got? There's that bottomless that glass. It seems to be going forever. That.
Well, it's
That's a big
bottle.
stubby.
Oh, there you go.
It is a very big bottle.
Yeah, no half measures for that.
No, it's let's see. It's 500 mil.
Well, that's a tall stubby, Christine.
It's a very tall stubby.
Yeah.
Because it filled a pint glass. Here.
It's not really stubby, is it? It's sort of. What's the opposite to stubby?
It's very nice.
It's a flubby.
It's not sweet at all.
Now we're just making stuff up.
Oh, well, I'll do. Why not?
It's lovely.
How does it compare to the one you had at North?
Actually, it's very similar.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
What's the brewery called? Is it?
Yeah.
What's the one? What's my brewery called? I was looking at it before.
Well, here's their website. Let me bring that up. Rhode Island Cider by Islanders, but for everyone. There we go. So I'm going to click on the Our Ciders tab. There we go. There's flagship ciders. And you have the Father's Walkers, which I see over right beside me here. I can rest my head on it.
That's
There we go.
I got.
So that one, wrong hand there. So that one. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then it says, read the story. Got a little story behind it here, apparently.
Oh, okay. Is that the same story you read?
Probably is the same story that I just.
Yeah. Dry with a sharp start. Smooth finish, perfect for anyone that enjoys a traditional English-style dry cider.
Wow. Somerset.
Nice.
Wow. I
Yeah,
like that.
very nice. I think
Me
Sharon
likes
will
it.
like.
I will let her know about it.
Can we get it round here?
Oh, we'll have to get Heather to bring us.
Uh,
Yeah.
There, cool. Father Walkers.
what have you got, Bob?
I've got a New Brunswick beer,
Ah.
13 barrels
Oh,
from in Bathurst. Cute little dog on the,
Aw.
and it's a New England style IPA. Very, very nice beer. And yeah, they've got a really nice, well, just the aroma has hints of pineapple, melon, and stone fruit. They have a very nice tap room overlooking Bathurst Harbor, and it's a fairly new building. I think they built it in 2018, and they've got a number of different styles, but this one I am drawn to New England style IPAs, and this is a really nice one.
Nice. What was the name of that one
Alcohol
again?
content is see it should say on here somewhere.
It should say, what's the name of it? I've got the website here.
Sorry, Dog Days, DAZE,
There it is. It's 6%.
6%.
Oh, that's high for a beer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I think it's about normal, Christine, for IPAs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As Brad was saying when we were there at North, it's they can get them down a little bit, but it's hard to make a light New England style IPA
Yeah.
in terms of alcohol content.
This
So we need to do a little
side
shout out and a thank you to Brad for coming on the show. He was so knowledgeable and so helpful and so accommodating for us to come there and set everything up and basically take over for a little bit. So Brad, if you're watching, thank you so much for letting us do that. And to North Brewing in general, it was fun. We hope to do more breweries. So like, if you have a brewery, let us know. We'd love to come and do the show from your place.
Yeah.
the
Here's
cider is 6%. So
our fridge is so full of beer. I feel like we've got our own brewery.
it's all for a good cause. It's for TV, right?
Well, you know.
Yeah. So there it is. It's over here. There it is. Dog
So,
Haze New England
yeah.
style IPA.
Yeah. And I've also tried their, if you go up one row, their Miss Clara's Kolsch right above it is quite nice.
Yeah.
They've got a red, and I've had the Pabineau Pale Ale as well.
Well, I'm sensing a road trip. Ooh, a road trip.
Yep. Coming up.
That'll be
Just
fun.
pointing out some.
And while you're on the website there, Brian, I think they've got some pictures, and there's one that shows sort of the where the tap room is situated to the ocean.
Let's see. Let's get some lovely pictures of the tap room. I'll go back to the website here. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little collage they've put together, and love the fireplace.
Yeah, there you can
Nice.
see the one down in the, as we're looking at it, the lower left. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a little too cool when we were there for the patio, but it was.
Yeah.
They have one of the wall-to-wall or floor-to-ceiling windows, and they've got the garage door style that can open up in the summertime.
Some I've heard of that. I think he's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks nice. We'll have to check
Yeah.
that out for sure.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Lovely.
13 barrels.
Ah.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Mm.
They've
Like the
been
sound of
around
13
for a
barrels.
while?
It's only, I think, been around for about 3 years.
Mhm.
And the story behind it, there's the 13 barrels, I think, goes back to Prohibition. I read this story and I can't quite remember the details, but that's where the name came from.
Okay.
They've got another, it's interesting, they've got another craft brewery there called Four Rivers. And I swear they had the same designer do their logos, because the 13 and the barrels looks like a bee, right? The way they've, like, you've got the 13,
Yeah.
but you've also got, and then it looks like a bee.
Yeah, it's very clever
It
graphic
does.
design. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
And if you,
Yeah.
Brian, if you pull up Four Rivers,
There's the bee in the barrels.
yeah,
So let me do a little back to you guys. And what was the Four Rivers?
Four Rivers.
Brewery, there it is, in Bathurst. My browser seems to go right to breweries for some reason. I don't understand it.
I wonder why that.
Worst places to go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, it's looking for a
guys,
password.
I'm not on my beer yet, and I'm waiting. That's it.
Our apologies, Graham.
Patience,
I'll
grasshopper.
I'll wait. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know anything about this. I know nothing. But I have something called Rabble Rouser Red.
It's from
PEI, is that right?
Yeah.
And I've just been reading the back earlier, and it said Rabble Rouser Red. Well, where's it gone? Here we go. Copper Bottom Brewing.
right. Okay, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, if that helps. I'm trying to find the website, but I can't read. Here we go. Don't think there's a website. It's not mentioned on here. Oh, yes, there is. Oh, well, it's easy, isn't it? Copperbottombrewing.com. Who'd have thunk it'd be that simple? So, I've not tried it yet, but it says every small town needs a little stirring up every once in a while. Our Rabble Rouser Red is a bold, crisp take on an old favourite. A malt-forward beer that will stir the senses and leave your mouth tingling for more. I have great expectations. I want to try it right now.
I get great expectations too after that explanation.
If my mouth doesn't end up tingling for more, I should be writing a letter to my MP.
While you're doing that, I've mentioned before, I get an email every Friday from the Atlantic Canadian Beer Blog, and here's a reminder that tomorrow, November 13th, Copper Bottom Brewing in Montague is marking their 4th anniversary, complete with live music all day and food specials by the resident food truck, the Pizza Box, plus $5 pints and beer slushies.
That sounds interesting.
Looks like they also have another brewery in Montague called Bogside Brewing.
Okay.
I don't know if Heather brought you any.
I'm going to taste it before the head disappears. It's going down already.
Yep.
This is the Copper Bottom site. What's on
That looks nice.
tap? It does. It looks like a lovely spot.
Yeah.
Montague's a nice little town.
That's very nice.
There's your rabble rouser.
There's the list of what they have on tap. There's another shot of the building.
What does it remind me of?
A little map.
It tastes different to what I'm usually used to. I can't work out.
Does it have tastes of caramel to it?
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Don't drink it all. My taste buds are shot. What do you think it got taste of? It's slightly cloudy, actually. Go
A
on.
little bit.
She
It's
thinks
not a
heavily caramel.
heavy. It's
It's
quite.
a very light red. Very light red.
It's a light red.
Compared to others I've tried in the past. But just for the sake of science, I may have to drink a Rickard's Red after this, just to compare.
Just to compare. Yeah.
That's
Besides,
your,
I've got
that's your
loads
go-to.
loads of Rickard's Red. I'm never going to get through it all unless I start drinking it.
Actually,
Yeah.
it's a nice light.
No, yeah.
It's a light red.
I've only got one, so I can only drink the one. So,
Yeah.
So Rickard's Red, if you're listening, we need you to sponsor the show because Graham is such a fan. He talks about you every episode. So just saying.
I need them to sponsor me.
Sponsor you. There you
They
go.
can sponsor, one of my guitars, they can sponsor spraying it up with the logo on, you know.
Well, there you go. That'd be cool. Kara, no, we need a community cruiser that goes around with the show logo on it.
Hi, dear.
I could have an amplifier on the truck playing. I could play old Canada as we drive along.
And now we're getting crazy. That'll look like Ghostbusters.
Hey, don't say it's crazy. These things happen.
They do. So I've got mine here. I'm going to try in just a moment, but I've got two puzzles for you. I don't know if anybody's watching Survivor. Anybody watching Survivor at all, the TV show? No. Well, they have these little puzzles that show up every now and then. So I've been taking screenshots of them. I know, just with my phone, nothing special. But anyhow, here's the puzzle. So anybody have any ideas what this says?
E4 bike, play bull.
E4 trike.
Bowl.
See it again, Brian?
That is a bowl. Okay, so the E.
Trike.
E4.
It's
tribal.
E4.
The E is a certain color. What color is the E?
Yeah, tribal. Trike minus a K.
Yeah, you're
Bull.
getting it.
E for tribal.
Yeah, so it's trike minus K, which is tri, bull. Yeah, so you got
Bull.
that. And the E is red. So what does that say to you? I just gave you the hint.
Ready for tribal.
Red E for trike minus K. Bull. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, ready for tribal. Awesome. Good job. Woo-hoo.
I don't
Well
understand
done,
why.
Graham.
Anything.
Would you be ready for tribal?
Yeah, there's no prize. Here's one more. This one's a little tougher. So that the first thing's a peanut.
Peanut butter.
And peanut butter and chalk. What's that next to it? Chalk
Well, that's what I had a hard time with. Like,
No,
what
bowl.
is that thing? Let me see if I can zoom in on it a little bit, make it bigger. I'm gonna block
Tell what that
everything.
is. Oh,
I don't know what that graphic is. That one after the,
Isn't it bowl?
chalk. So
is that a hand holding a bowl? I don't know.
Something 8 at the end of it.
Yeah.
yeah, I think, and this will probably solve it for you. I think that's a hole.
All right.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yay! You got
Wow.
it.
Yeah, it's
Well
chalk,
done. That means we've got to have some chocolate now.
Yeah.
peanut butter and chocolate. There you go.
Peanut butter and chocolate. That's it. Yeah. So I see these pop up, so I grabbed them. And I think they're kind of neat. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get brain teeth. Right? Yeah, you haven't got any more. What should
I
we
know.
should have
Drink
this
some more beer and we solve misery.
Best to do those at the beginning of the show.
Well, we need to do a. Well, you know what
Yeah,
we
right
need
off
to
the
do on
bat.
here. We need to do a pub quiz. Maybe for a
I know.
Christmas show. A pub behind
feel
the
it.
beer pub quiz.
Pub quiz. Trivia, yeah.
Well, we
there
can
you
have
go.
our own
Do
trivia night.
We could all,
That's
yeah,
right.
well, trivia. We
That
could
might
all
be
come
all
up with a few questions each. You know,
And remember, if you don't remember the last thing I did with Hair of the Dog, and I don't have a Hair of the Dog episode for this week, but I don't know if you noticed that I had a close-up of a mug that I really liked that was in the Global Vet Food store, so I had to get it. So there it is. It's on my kitchen counter now, not in the store anymore.
Yeah.
So I just had to get that. Well, I should say Kelly got it for me. So, yeah, it's true though. It's true. Every bit of it's true. Right, Daisy? Where are you? Anyhow, she's sleeping. All right, so I'm going to try.
She's with Kelly. Yeah.
She's with Kelly. Yeah. There we go. I'm going to do the Breton Redcoat. One of my favorites from Cape Breton. Cape Breton boys.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, I missed it. What's it called? What is it?
I shouldn't do this over my keyboard. I never learn. So I'm going to pour it down here, and then I'll hold up the glass.
My keyboard's got
So what was
curry
that one
all over
again?
it.
That was
Breton.
Breton
Yeah.
Brewing Redcoat.
The Breton.
Ah, right. I've had that, yeah. Breton Redcoat. Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah, I think you've had it before. I haven't had it on the show.
I think I had that in Jameson's, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I can turn it around here.
Pretty sure. Ooh.
It looks darker on camera than it is. It's definitely a little more red than in person.
Is it an Irish red?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I've had
It's an
that. I'm
Irish
sure
red.
I've had that. I think it might have been a guest beer. I don't know if it was.
wow.
I don't know if it was. What's it called? Jameson's or somewhere else around here. But it was good, isn't it?
That is really good. That's so smooth and just enough flavor. It's not overpowering. It just suits my palate perfectly. I love the Breton Redcoat. Thank you from Cape Breton. From Cape Breton with love. I don't know why I say that. Sounds good. So you notice
I noticed.
I did the trivia before I drank my beer. See.
Yeah. Good. Smart.
My mama
So
didn't
Graham
know
and
dummies.
Christine, I noticed as well in this email today that there's a small brewery in Cole Harbour called Hardesty,
Oh,
and they've only been you can get their beers at Harvest, the brewing. Is it Harvest? Is that the store? Yeah. But they've only been delivering to within Cole Harbour. You had to live in Cole Harbour to be able to get their beer, and you couldn't actually go to their location. They would deliver it to you, but you had to be within Cole Harbour. But now they're branching out to Dartmouth.
Wow.
So, and I think they deliver on Thursdays, but next Thursday, November 18th, and then 4 weeks later, residents in Dartmouth will be able to take part in the fun that until now only folks in Cole Harbour have been able to enjoy. Hardesty brew right to your door. So,
Wow.
how strange.
We'll have to look that one up.
Yeah,
So you
there it
can't
is.
just go buy it. You can't just go there and buy the beer.
But they,
no, you had to live in Cole Harbour, or if you went to Harvest Wines, they had, I don't know if they had all of their beer there.
Yeah.
But I have seen a couple of their brews there.
Oh, it's that place next to Sobeys.
yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where you get all the beer.
Yeah, I got
Mm.
some English style bitter for
Yeah. I
Graham.
They've got a
local.
We haven't done that on the show yet, have we? Did I do it?
Yeah, I
I
thought you
think I
did.
must have done it.
They've got a nice selection of craft beer at Harvest.
Yes.
I think we're gonna need a little trip up there, I feel, for Christmas supplies.
You don't want to be
Ho, ho,
caught
ho.
short.
No.
I mean, I've got lots and lots of beer, but what harm can it do? A little bit more.
So there's the website. They do have a website, Hardesty Brewing. She says, my name is Charlene Robichaud, but my friends call me Char. I've been brewing craft beer for about 20 years. 2019, I decided to evolve a home-based brewing hobby to a professional level and launched this nano brewery called Hardesty Brewing. Yeah. There you go. That might be a picture of her right behind me. There. See, there she is.
Oh yeah. She's got a chink. Yeah.
A nano brewery.
Nano, yeah. Not instead of micro, it's
Which
nano.
is that's really tiny. Well,
Yeah.
see where to find us. We don't have a customer tap room yet.
That's why they only deliver in the local area, because they can't really cater for bigger areas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got enough room to brew and package great beer. Be up to date on our beer offerings and retail locations. For purchase, watch our Instagram feed and Facebook page.
That lady would benefit from being on the show, I think. If she'd like to.
Didn't let me go to our Facebook. Yeah, and they have shirts. They get some swag, merch.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what?
So you can see there the contactless delivery. I think they deliver once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every Thursday
I
within
would
Cole
want
Harbor.
to buy a shirt from them to help support them.
Yeah. NSLive has shirts too. Just telling everybody out there that they can. Yeah, you can buy those too to support. Just saying.
Just
Shameless self-promotion. Bad.
Why not? That's what we are. We're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
Let me go get my antivirus T-shirt. I forgot to put it on today.
There you go. Good plug. Way to go. Awesome. Well, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, speaking of PEI beers, you can get some of them on Windmill at Up Street, because it's a PEI brewery. But they've got, remember a couple of years ago, I think it was called East Coast Brewery, and it's on Windmill Drive. It's not too far from Wilson or from Moosehead.
Okay.
And it's on the, if you're heading up towards Bedford, it's on the right hand side.
Okay.
Yep. And it's a restaurant. I think it's Up Street Barbecue, if I'm not mistaken, is what it's called. But they have their they've got a little retail outlet in there as well, that where you can buy their beer.
I was thinking of Windmill, and I'm thinking of or the Dartmouth end of Windmill, but now I know where you're
It's a
talking about.
huge, massive, long road, isn't it?
Up where the barbecue place and
I'm sure.
and New
I keep if I keep driving far enough up Windmill Road, I'm going to end up back in Salford.
Yeah, it's a long road.
Yeah. To Tipperary.
Yeah. Oh, is that right now? Oh, that's some real Irish red if you go there. Top of the mountain. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do accents. It's disrespectful. What do they call it? Cultural appropriation or something. I don't know. What the hell? People always make fun of me. What the hell?
Wow.
What's next? We haven't got any more beer. We haven't got any more beer. Yeah, but we haven't got anything that hasn't been featured before.
Graham, you better get to the fridge quickly.
Well, I've got 2 inches to go yet, but yeah.
All right.
I don't have anything in the fridge that's local that we haven't mentioned before.
Yeah.
That's all
We
right.
do have local.
Well, we can revisit.
Yeah, grab one for me when you're going, okay?
I'll go and have a look in a moment. Yeah. Oh, we could review eggnog, I suppose. You know. Christmas.
We're into the eggnog now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to find some Christmas beer.
It came out for Halloween, but we're gonna keep getting it in now because we like to drink a sort of rum, and it's always made more festive with a bit of eggnog.
So do you,
Always.
what do you like to have rum with your eggnog, or?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other ways of taking it, of course. So, how do you like your eggnog?
I like rum, but I quite like bourbon. There's it has a nice it's a nice blend.
Oh, we do have some Wisers, which I'm really fond of. You know.
Yeah, I've had rye with eggnog as well, but the bourbon, I think it's I forget what we've got. We've got a Woodford Reserve, and I think Bullet Creek, I think is. But if it's with eggnog, again, you don't. Well, it's just like.
We're all coming to your house
for
New Year's Eve because it sounds like there's going to be a wild party there.
You don't want to go with the top of the line bourbon if you're putting it in eggnog. You
No,
want the flavor.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did I ever tell you my story of how I was introduced to Canadian whiskey while I was still
No.
living in the UK? It's a long and torrid story, but I'll give you the short version. I used to do a radio show podcast online. I did it for 14 years. It was called the Autopsy Report Radio Show, and I played all unsigned bands and things like that. And it was all heavy metal stuff. But a band from Toronto contacted me and said, "Oh, would you play me on the show?" So I said, "Yeah, of course, guys, send me your stuff." So they were a regular on the show. So the time came when they were doing a tour of the UK, and they came over to the UK, and they said, "We're releasing a new album. Would you like to come to the CD release party in Manchester?" And I said, "Wow, that's really great. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I would be honoured." So anyway, cut a long story short, I went to this, it was in a bar in Manchester, and they had all these drinks and things, free drinks, in a corner of this club, all cordoned off to private area, VIP lounge, you could call it. And they had this Crown Royal? Yeah, Crown Royal whiskey, like I'd never had before. And they were pouring it out and giving, and I thought, this is very, very smooth, because I don't usually drink whiskey, I thought, and this is very nice. And I had one, and I had another, and I kept drinking it. And it didn't affect me at all, so I thought. So I know, the time came to leave. And that's all she wrote, really. And I got outside, and the next thing I remember, I was in the hotel room, waking up the next day. Apparently, I remember sort of saying goodnight to them, and that's it. And then they found me asleep in a bus stop. The bus stop, apparently the hotel wasn't far from where I lived. It was a short walk, but they didn't know that. They found me asleep at the bus stop, and apparently they took me back to their hotel, which is very nice of them.
Well, the Canadian, Graham.
Canadian, they're from Toronto, yeah. Well, they were from Nova Scotia, but yeah, if they were from Nova Scotia, they would have made dinner for me as well. But yeah, I woke up the next day in this hotel room. It was like a low-budget hotel room, and they're like sort of metal frame bunk beds. So my first thought was, I'm in a prison cell. Well, then I looked over. I was facing the wall. I looked over my shoulder, and the band were all there, all asleep on bunk beds with their legs hanging out and things. And the drummer, bless his cotton socks, was asleep, curled up on the floor. He'd give me his bed.
There it is.
I was chatting with their management team. There's a guy and his wife. They run the management team out of Toronto, and they were there. And she said to me, "The boys love you, Grammy. The boys love you. They'll do anything for you."
Apparently they did. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I felt so embarrassed and silly. Yeah. But that Royal, yeah, I love it. Yeah, Crown Royal. Yeah. But
Well, a little piece of trivia.
Carry on.
There's a book that's released every year about single malt scotches, and I forget the name of it, but they every year they will name the best scotch in the world, and or the best whiskey, in the world. And about 3 years ago, I think it was, they certainly caused a little bit of controversy because they named one of Crown Royals. I think it was Crown Royal Northern. I forget, but anyway, it was named as they selected it as the best whiskey in the world. So
that's pretty much fighting talk, really, isn't it?
the Crown Royal has been around for quite some time, but that was quite an introduction to it for you. Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I absolutely love it, but I also love Wisers, which
Yes.
to me has got the edge for smoothness.
I think so too.
I'd drink either one of them if you gave it me for free. Set them up.
Wiser's has a small batch series that I quite like. I think it's very smooth.
It's lovely. I could easily get unconscious on that stuff as well. I mean, if you can't, I'm a bit wary of it now. I understand, but at the time when I first tried that Canadian whiskey, the Crown Royal, I was unsuspecting, and I thought, this is very nice. This is not whiskey. This is a nice drink.
Yeah. It doesn't pack a punch at all.
No. Until you stand up.
Is that you?
Yeah. Until you
That's
try to
Kelly's
stand
favorite.
up.
Yeah, that's Kelly's favorite. We just had Crown Royal Peach last night. A shot of that. That's really good.
Ah.
What's that one we got? You've never let me try because it's still
I think there's an
sealed up.
apple one.
50 years. I don't know. But what's that one? Is it a
What other Crown Royals are there, Kelly?
maple?
Maple.
So we've got a maple
Apple
one
and
upstairs.
peach.
I'm opening it. I'm opening it at Christmas. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Look, we do have a
Yeah.
nice selection of rum. We've got Captain Morgan.
Arr.
What's that other one? What's 5 fathoms? What's it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I like that one.
We have
That's
a
a
number
local
of
one.
local
Oh, we support the local rums.
rums.
We could do
what's the other one?
we could do a
From
show of
that,
making Christmas drinks out of all this stuff.
Oh well,
Yes.
I think we should. I
Yeah.
think we should.
Mhm.
But what's the one we went to see, Robert? What's that? Black
Black
Harbour.
Harbor.
Black Harbour.
Black Harbor.
The little what would you call it? A distillery. And we bought some of their rum, which we've not opened yet, but we have tried it in there. They had a couple of cocktails with their rum. Oof, blimey. That's good stuff.
And we actually bought some Screech in Newfoundland.
Yeah, we bought a bottle of Screech.
And
Honest.
brought it home.
But I have had Screech before. A friend of mine from Toronto came to stay with me in the UK about 10 years ago, and he bought me this huge bottle of Screech as a thank you for letting him stay. And that lasted me quite a while, I must admit.
Yeah, it's Crown Royal Maple, I think, is what we
Yes,
got.
I think it is.
Yeah, the maple. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of Kelly's favorites.
Well, we'll have some when she's here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, maybe
Yes,
we'll
well.
come to your place and bring it with us.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to drive.
Sounds good to me. Well, I think we're going to wrap the show there. Did you guys say where you are? I'll be right back in a second.
Well,
And,
let's do
yeah.
part 2 in a moment, yeah.
Yeah, be right back.